Hi there, I'm Arthur Boutan from Reach Reporting, and I'm so happy to take this opportunity to record a short virtual demonstration for you. I will share my screen and take it off from there. So this is the Reach Reporting app. When you first log in, you have the ability to add companies up here on the right. These are the current apps that we are able to connect to our platform. We have QuickBooks Online, QuickBooks Desktop, Xero, of course. And as a catch-all, we also have the ability to upload a CSV trial balance, which is good for all of those other platforms that you may not have the automatic integration with. Once they're connected, they will start to list in here underneath company name. Of course, on this screen, we have the ability to also consolidate several files together in one. This can be very good in saving time when you're starting to put several companies together in a statement form or report form. Anything that I show you for the rest of this tour is available via the consolidated group files as well. So any of the reports, any of the dashboards, you can do those inside the consolidated group as well. As well in this screen, we can set up different groups. And the groups are good for if you have several team members working on different files. That could be a really good way for you to share that information by kind of allowing them to see some pieces or some clients and maybe not seeing or working on others. But of course, everything can be shared across different users, of course. I'm just going to jump into one of these files here. This is just a fictional file called Blast Track Products. The first screen you typically see when you log into Reach is the dashboard screen. And the dashboard screen is made up of several dashboards. And usually when you first log in, you're going to have 3 or 4 of our template dashboards that are automatically populated with all of your clients' data that you've connected in. And when I click Create New, these are some of the template ones. You'll have 3 or 4 of these. I'm just going to add one really quick to show you what your experience might be like when you're first going in through this. So you can see, of course, that I have many custom ones as well. And that's kind of the cool thing about anything really that you're going to do in Reach is everything can be super, super customized to fit your needs. And so I went ahead and clicked on the template dashboard that I added. Note that the numbers here are automatically brought in because of the connection with QuickBooks or with Xero. And so you'll actually see your client's data in all of these forms. Now, as I scroll through here, you'll see there's many different various forms. There's charts, there's tables, there's scatter plot graphs, line charts, bar charts, pie charts. There's lots of different ways that the information and the data can be presented. But as you're scrolling through here, you might find some that are a good fit and some that are not a good fit. Maybe your client's information does not look valuable, or maybe your client doesn't need to see the data in this form. So what you can do is you can go through and you can just remove the ones that you don't like by clicking remove. The ones that you do like, maybe this is the one that's really powerful. You can just pull it over and you can increase the size of it so it takes up more of the screen. Down here, you can see this open space has popped up. So I can click this and I can move this metric over. And so essentially you can start to create your own very custom dashboard in formatting and in design and in the way that it's going to look for your client. Of course, there's going to be maybe times where you're going to need different metrics that aren't available on the immediate template. And so at the top right there, there's a button called Add Metric. I'm going to click Add, and I'm going to see that there's 4 options that are available. Quick build means you're going to build one from scratch, which I'll show you right away. Once you build one from scratch, you can add it to your templates. In the template screen, you can share that amongst different users and different clients throughout Reach. Presets are a bunch of pre-built metrics that we have internally in our system that we built. A lot of the ones that you see in this dashboard and all the other template dashboards are there, plus others, as well as statements. You can actually bring in full entire statements into our dashboards as well. I'm going to quickly show you how to build one from scratch. First thing that pops up is your data picker. And this data picker shows you all of the data that is available for you to access. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to expand my P&L, you can see I can bring in any of these different points. Same thing for my balance sheet. We also have a integration with Google Sheets, where you can bring in sales data or set non-financial data that you might want to bring in from time to time. And we also have an internal one called data sheets, which again is like an internal database where you can bring in that non-financial information. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to build a couple metrics really quick. In this case, we have number of employees already entered in our database that we've typed in. I'm going to go into my balance sheet and I'm going to add bank accounts and receivables. Then I'll collapse my assets and I'm going to add accounts payable. And then for my profit and loss, I'm going to bring in my net profit. With these 5 pieces of data, I'm going to be able to build a couple different graphs. At the top here, it also asks you to choose the date range you want to bring in. It could be last month, it could be 12 months, which is the one I'm going to choose because it makes a nice graph. But you can see that there's quarterly data, monthly, yearly. There's lots of different ways that you can kind of pull that data in. And next, I'm going to click Save. And this is one of the things that really makes Reach stand out apart from anything else out there is our spreadsheet format, our spreadsheet platform. And so within this platform, this is our data for those accounts over the last 12 months. So that's what our net profit was in November of 2020 and December of 2020 and so forth as we move through here. Below here is the preview of what we're building. And up here is where we're working. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off a couple of data points. So you see number of employees is here, net profit, but these 3, I want to try and graph bank accounts, receivables, and payables. So in order to do that, I'm going to click on the little blue eye here, and it's going to hide number of employees and hide net profit. And so now I have 3 points of data that I'd like to graph. Note on the side here, the different types of graphs I can choose. I'm going to choose bar chart, or sorry, this is called a column chart. We have a line chart, bar chart, scatter plot, all the different forms. We need to adjust the information if we're going to present it in a pie chart or in a waterfall chart because it's just too much data the way it is right now. We also have the ability to toggle a lot of different settings in our charts over here on the bottom right. Such things as changing one piece of the graph to a line chart, maybe adding some shading, getting rid of the smoothing. There's lots of ways that we can really toggle and play with the data to show it in the way that is the most valuable for you and most, I guess, eye-pleasing for your clients. Note that the data in here is live. And so we have data coming in directly from QuickBooks or Xero or whatever your accounting system is of preference. And as it continues to come through, our calendar is going to continue to fold forward. So in this case here, if I click on this gear icon, you'll be able to see that live dates is chosen. And because live dates is chosen, the current month -1 is going to be the address for this column. So since today I'm in November, this is showing October data. However, as soon as the calendar flips over into December, this will automatically flip over into November for us, and we'll see the data flip forward for us. As well, September is current month -2. And so October will soon take its place and it will domino over, November eventually falling off. And this way, in this specific graph, will show a trailing 12 live moving forward forever for you. So really, Reach reporting is set up to be in such a way that it is set up, one and done, and you don't have to worry about it ever again. You can just use the tool as you need to. One other metric I'm going to quickly demonstrate for you here uses another tool here. We can add a data row, okay, an additional row called the custom row. The custom row is just a blank row, very much something similar to what you would see in Excel, and you can use it very much like Excel. So this one I'm going to call profit per employee, which might be a metric that you are trying to track with your clients. And in this case, I'm going to click equals, and I'm going to put in profit divided by my number of employees. Clicking enter will allow me to put in a value there. And as I pull it across, it will present the data in the chart form below. Note that again, I can change the different ways that is shown. And one of my favorite things to do with this graph is to bring in a goal line. And so I'm going to add a goal line of $500 of profit per employee. And so very quickly you can see how many times your business has hit and missed this over the last 12 months. Once you like it and you're happy with it, give it a name, profit per employee, and click create. And notice that it will automatically be added to your dashboard, at which point you can size it to make it fit the presentation that you're hoping for. Dashboard's the idea, and by the very definition, is a tool that you can share with your clients in a way that is heads up. They can see their information and their data on demand without bothering you. So in order to do that, I need to tell you how this data can be shared. We have this ability to share it, publish it to a link, a shareable link, or you can also publish it in our client portal. Client portal requires a username and password, which you can set up for your clients. The published link is just quite frankly, just a link that you can share with your clients, and they can then see a view-only version of the tool, of the dashboard. And so you can see there's our profit per employee and the different charts we created as this data is being brought in. Notice that the menu button is missing, and we don't have the ability to resize or move them around in the client view. Each of the dashboards can be saved as a template as well, duplicated, and lots of different things you can kind of use to really make your energy and your efforts efficient. Beyond this, there's a complete iceberg, I guess, of features and functionality below each of the things that I've talked about here today, with settings and with the way that things can be displayed. And so jumping in and playing with the tool is definitely essential if you want to see the power that's there. The next thing I'm going to share with you is our report piece. Now, our reports are very powerful. Our reports are customizable. We have a lot of templates that you can just bring in and automatically click on. For example, if I click on this monthly premium humanity one, it will automatically add to my report screen, and it will automatically populate with all of the data that I have connected in with. As I click on it, it's going to open up for me, and that data is going to automatically filter in. Now, the cool thing about our reporting tool, very much like the dashboard, is everything is, again, super customizable. Everything, in fact, from the theme color we have throughout, so you can see it's got this kind of green color. If I want to change it to the salmon color, it will automatically bring it throughout the entire report. Everything that was that green is now that salmon. Beyond that, pictures can be moved around. They can be deleted and brought in different pictures. You can also bring in objects for design features, and you can change what those look like. As well, we have this ability to bring in text. So you can see monthly report here. This is just static text that you can change to say anything you want, and whatever you make it say, it's going to say until you decide to change it. As well, we have the ability to bring in live text, which is something that's very powerful as well. Live text will automatically change and update for us as time goes by. So this month, for example, is a piece of live text, and I was able to just bring in that date. You can see here, obviously I would change the color and change the size and maybe change the font to make it look like that. But once it's in there, this date will automatically change for us month after month as time goes by. Beyond the date, the company name can be brought in, as well as pieces of data such as the net income. Or we can even bring in comparison data, which then goes and compares data, and we can bring it in as a sentence. And so in this case here, it's kind of hard to see. And maybe what I'll do here is I will bring it into a wider page here. But what you have the ability to do is bring in these sentences that are completely live as well. And so in this case, you can see October of 2021, the total income was 23,000 higher than it was in September. And that will continually update for me month after month as we continue to proceed through time. And so the concept being is that you would build a report, use maybe our templates, maybe tweak them to fit your needs, And then month after month, the data would automatically update and insert into this report. And so really your reporting time to create these reports takes about 5 minutes a month, which is a lot shorter than it looks like it would take to update this entire report. As I scroll through here, you'll see lots of the same. So there's a number that automatically comes in from QuickBooks or from Xero, depending on your tool. There's a live statement. Okay, these tables, these metrics, again, similar to the ones and similar, they act the same as the ones in the dashboard. All of these are pieces of data, live data, that automatically brings in and updates every single month. And so really this reporting can take you, make it look very, very powerful, but take you very little time to produce each and every month. So as I continue to scroll through here, you can see this is more of the same. And once I get to the bottom here, we have our statement editor, which I'll quickly spend a minute on. Statement editor acts very similar to our metric builder. Our metric builder with that spreadsheet kind of identity. However, at the bottom here, you'll notice that there's no charts. And so you can't turn a statement into a graph. However, as you look throughout it, all of the cells, again, are very, very similar. You can bring in formulas. You can see this is doing percent of income, and you can collapse the entire statement. You can move columns around. Perhaps you want to filter a column by a certain class or location. You can do that. And you can even turn these columns into budget columns, which is a powerful thing as well. If you wanted to compare October 2021 to the budget of October of 21, I can click like that. And let's see here, let's do last month. And then we just choose the budget. Note that the budgets are uploadable into our system via Excel, or you can just, our tool has the ability to see and pull in budgets from Xero and QuickBooks. I'll show you one other thing here. If I wanted to add additional dates here, perhaps you wanted to bring in a year to date. We'll do a comparison against the previous year. Okay. And then maybe you also wanted to show the last 3 months as well. And so it's really this quick and simple to bring in and create your own custom statement. And then I can go in and I can expand the entire thing. Of course, the same feature of being able to hide different rows is available. So you can see net profit here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to collapse this one more time so we can see it disappear. See our net profit below there. I can click on that and notice how it disappears. And there goes other expenses and so forth. So you can get to be really, really specific and custom when you're trying to build your statements. Beyond that, we have all of our different formatting options, including conditional formatting. If you wanted to have your change, highlighted, if it's a significant enough change, you have that capacity. So beyond our reporting and our dashboarding, I can definitely dig into Google Sheets in greater detail if you have interest, as well as dig into how our budgets can be created and forecasts can be used and built within the Reach reporting tool as well. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions about those things, because I would like to share that with you as well. But for today, this takes me to the end of my quick virtual demonstration. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions, or if you'd like to see anything else in greater detail. I can make a follow-up video on that. Thanks and have a great day.